Hi, my name is Jason and I'm an English teacher from Toronto, Canada. Today we're going to talk about how to stop translating and start speaking. First of all, translating is a large problem for anyone who learns any kind of language. So the question is, why do people try to translate in the first place? Now, beginners often do this because it's necessary. They don't know how the structure of any new language works. They don't know a lot of words, so they end up translating in their mind every single word quite often. So this can be difficult because as you advance in the language, you might not understand that the words in another language have very different meanings than what you might know in your language. So especially in English with a lot of synonyms, there might be different synonyms that are more appropriate for different occasions. So it's not very good to be translating in this situation. Another reason that people might have a problem with this is that it will slow you down. Eventually, when you try to speak fluently, it will be very difficult to do this if you need to translate in your mind all the time. So really, learning a language like English, it's a skill. This is something that you need to do subconsciously and not be focused all the time on translating every kind of expression that you come across. So this is something that is important for beginners, but you want to drop this as you advance so that you can speak more fluently. So, how should we do this? How should we stop translating and start speaking? First of all, the most important thing to remember is always to make mistakes. Don't be afraid of this. This is very important for the learning process, and anytime you learn anything new, you need to make mistakes. So if you're not making enough mistakes, you're really not learning and you're not progressing. So focus on actually making mistakes and being comfortable with this so that you can stop translating and to start speaking. Secondly, feel comfortable with not understanding all of the meaning with any kind of word. Some people might be afraid of using these new words because they're not very clear on exactly what they could mean. But the best way to learn what they mean is by practicing using them. So if you don't feel comfortable with the meaning of a word, try it. Try it as much as you can and see the reaction that you get. Usually this will give you a sense of the word and to understand it more based on how people use it and how you can feel when you use it. Also, it's very important to look for patterns. So this is maybe mostly about listening, but it can be about speaking as well. So based on what you already know and what you hear in a language, you can kind of figure out what the patterns are that people tend to use and to see how that language is different from your language. Another big tip that will help you is to focus on phrases and not words. And this is very important. A lot of people will try to build up the vocabulary with a lot of words and try to translate each word as they speak. But if you work with phrases, this will help you to detect patterns better, it will help you to speak more fluently, and improve your confidence because you will feel that you can say whole sentences perfectly without any problems. So focus on learning the phrases. This will help you to recognize patterns and to build vocabulary as well. And finally, be sure to relax. Part of the problem of translating is it's a lot of work for your brain. So if you relax and feel comfortable, you'll stop focusing on using your brain to translate and really genuinely understand what you're listening to. So quite often what's useful here is to watch movies or listen to music in English and kind of relax. Be okay with the fact that you might not understand everything. Maybe you'll pick something up, maybe you'll learn some new thing just by watching, but be relaxed and be patient as well. Learning a language takes a long time, so just put in the time and be relaxed and things will progress on their own. Okay, to review, how you can stop translating and start speaking is by making mistakes, being comfortable with words that you might not understand the meaning to, looking for patterns, memorizing phrases, not just words, and keeping relaxed. So don't stress yourself too much. Just relax and try to learn comfortably and focus on learning, maybe understanding the language better, and you'll improve. That's all from me for today. Please remember to subscribe to the link below, and I will see you next time.